Hey, it's Billy.
And it's Pat.
And we have no friends.
Don't yay that.
No yays.
Don't yay.
No yays at all.
We have friends.
We do. We definitely have friends. But there's definitely a point in your life where you're an adult and you are done with school.
Mm-hmm.
You perhaps are married.
You're a little bit older.
You may have moved somewhere new.
Mm-hmm. And you don't know how to make new friends in your new environment. Making friends, I guess, is never easy, but your access to people who could become your friend is significantly restricted the older you get.
The friends that you grow up with and have slimmed down to when you're an adult, and they're the people that you actually see.
Crew.
They're your core crew from your childhood and your life. You know, you went through that whole process of finding them and knowing that they're the ones. Now, when you're an adult and you meet people, you can't help but be overly critical in going out with them because you don't want to hang out with someone unless you think there's the potential to be good friends with them.
Cut to the chase.
And then you also don't want to put yourself in a scenario where you're not going to hang out with someone or end up not liking them.
Well, when you're older too, your time is more valuable because you have more stuff going on than when you were in college and you like had to go to class and go to sports and hang out with your friends. Like when you're a grown-up, you have a lot of other stuff to worry about, so your time, I think, is more precious. So like you're saying, you don't want to hang out with people that you're like, oh, I don't know if I like them, or you know, it's like you are like, my time is important and I want to hang out with people that I know it's time well spent.
Yeah.
The other thing that's a little tricky for us, I think, and for people that are either married or in like longer relationships, especially because we came to Buffalo as Billy and Pat, the couple that just moved here, sometimes it's hard to be independent of each other and not feel like you always have to get invited everywhere as a couple.
Yeah.
Or if you meet another couple that you like, that you always have to invite both of them to hang out, or you need to see both of them like they're one entity. You
know, you can go out and you can, you know, join similar interest things as a couple. Like you can go and, I could go and join a choir, or we could go and like volunteer somewhere. And you can make friends doing that. But there's always that one point where you suddenly have to ask those friends or that other couple to hang out outside of that space. But also not seem like desperate for friends.
Yes. Desperation is one of the hardest things to overcome. When you find someone cool, I think it goes at any time, but we're just experiencing it now. But like, you find someone else that you think is cool and you want to ask them to hang out with you.
But you don't want them to think like you're just
someone on a date.
Yeah, you don't want them to think that you're really like,
clingy.
I want to hang out with you. Like,
I think you're really cool.
You're really cool. Let's be friends. Like, and you don't want to. It just comes off as creepy.
I think it's important to have friends independent from your spouse also, or ones that you can go back and forth with, because sometimes it's important to vent about your spouse in a very healthy and good way.
That's what work is for.
Exactly.
Coworkers.
The good news is we have made some great friends already in our new city, and we've been able to stay in touch with almost all of our friends back in New York and elsewhere. So it's been good. I know we said we don't have any friends at the beginning, but we have some friends.
Yeah, no, we've had plenty of months, and it's also, you know, it's a real process. And I think it's interesting when you can acknowledge that making friends as an adult is not easy.
Yes. And so if we see you and we're talking and we ask you for your phone number, please don't be creeped out, or just give us a fake one and let us think we have a friend for a minute. Alright guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
To quote the Golden Girls, thank you for being a friend. And I can't help.
This is why we have no friends.